In the untamed wilderness of the outskirts, Sergeant Bullseye, a dog of immense tactical wit, leads his canine squad against the rampaging, stone-skinned boars. With the precision of a seasoned general, Bullseye orchestrates a trap, driving the beasts into the trunks of ancient trees, leaving the monsters hopelessly stuck and struggling. With the boars dealt with, the pack turns their senses toward a more dangerous prey, the sneaky infiltrator who abandoned the beasts to cover his escape. Silence falls over the woods, and the scent of the man is locked in the nostrils of the chrome-breed hounds. Claw, a desperate spy, finds his flight cut short as the dogs encircle him, appearing from the shadows like ghosts of the woods. Trapped on the uneven terrain with immobile, useless limbs, he readies a sharpened twig in his teeth, determined to drag at least one beast down with him. The skirmish begins, and Claw moves with unexpected grace, using his legs to swat away the lunging hounds. Bullseye, however, remains motionless, observing the struggle like a king on a throne, his silent grunts directing the flow of the battle without a single howl. Deceived by the coordinated movements of the dogs, Claw is quickly overwhelmed. In seconds, he is buried under the weight of his captors. Bullseye, victorious, plants himself on the spy's chest, his retractable claws glistening, and delivers a humiliating slap to seal the spy's defeat. For the proud spy, this is a fate worse than death. The humiliation of being systematically disciplined by a canine rather than a human enemy is almost too much to bear. Bullseye keeps the pressure on, forcing his captive into a state of total, broken surrender. In the distance, Captain Hulania approaches with her squad. Proud of her charge, she watches the scene unfold, amused by the sight of the notorious spy turned into a broken, toothless mess beneath her loyal companion's paws. With the law arriving, the spy is finally restrained. Claw is dragged away, his spirit crushed by the realization that his mission was foiled not by master spies, but by a dog. Meanwhile, the purple-eyed spy watches from the shadows, his resolve to flee Baymard hardening. The purple-eyed spy knows the clock is ticking. After his brother Bone is also captured, he realizes the entire operation has crumbled. Fleeing is no longer an option, it is a necessity, and he prepares to depart the city before his own identity is exposed. Within his room, the spy gathers his stolen treasures. Every item, from soap to high-clarity compact mirrors, serves as proof to His Holiness that the Pino Empire is far more advanced than their propaganda ever admitted. He leaves nothing to chance, ensuring every piece of evidence is packed. Unbeknownst to him, Baymardian undercover agents have already infiltrated his space. Masquerading as humble hotel staff, they carefully bug his quarters, tracking his every move. They choose to let him lead them to the larger network of spies. In the hidden depths of the Blood Hall, the witch hierarchy gathers. 800 women, cloaked in absolute shadow, sit in tense silence. The air is thick with resentment toward their leader, Jamila, whose recent failures have severely tested their patience. Elder Yanji, the mastermind behind the faction vying for Jamila's crown, challenges her incompetence. The assembly feels the shift. The respect they once held has withered into a cold, dangerous dissatisfaction, with the genius Edna positioned as the chosen successor. Faced with open rebellion, Jamila recounts the tale of the traitor's daughter, Lucy, hoping to redirect their anger. She speaks of blood, betrayal, and broken oaths, painting a picture of a deadly enemy to regain their focus and secure her faltering position. Far from the hidden halls, two mighty fleets of Morgany converge on the Dayfor waters. The Arts Society and the Medical Society, bound by shared greed and professional rivalry, unite to reclaim their influence and teach Baymard a lesson in power. In the privacy of a cabin, the leaders toast to their upcoming conquest. They view the inhabitants of Baymard as thieves of knowledge and frauds of medicine. Revenge is the only path they recognize, and they plan to crush the city with overwhelming force. The journey takes a dark turn as a pack of 60 deadly two-tail boggles encircles Landon's fleet. These creatures are the terrors of the deep, known to crush hulls as if they were made of parchment. With death imminent, Landon gives the order to open fire. The ship's defenses scream to life. A young operator, Sinju, trembling with his first real combat stress, locks onto the targets, launching Omega missiles into the churning water. Lucy stands her ground on deck, her precision unmatched. She maneuvers the heavy launcher with ease, delivering a critical blow to the monster's mouth. The creature collapses, its lifeless body sinking into the depths, but the swarm remains relentless. Realizing the ships are at risk of being capsized, Landon takes the ultimate gamble. He plunges into the abyss, choosing to fight the monsters in their own territory rather than see his crew pulled into the darkness. In the crushing depths, Landon becomes a force of nature. His raw, superhuman strength shatters the Boggle's defenses. He punches and kicks with such intensity that the monsters, stunned by his power, are forced to retreat from the ships. The threat is neutralized. Landon emerges from the water, his presence commanding the absolute loyalty of those he leads. The battle was a test, and they have proven their resilience in the face of the sea's most terrifying hunters. Though victorious, the tension between Landon and Lucy remains. The risk he took has shaken her, sparking a brief, private confrontation in their quarters. But the love that binds them is deeper than any battle, and they quickly find their way back to each other. Meanwhile, in Dayfrus, King Henry prepares for a crusade of his own. Facing a city riddled with opposition, he plans to purge the treacherous elements of Whitepold. He is no longer the naive monarch they expect. He is a king ready to wage war. Unaware of Henry's traps, a traitor among his ranks prepares to leak their plans. The scout sneaks out of the camp under the cover of night, moving silently toward Whitepold to betray his king, blissfully ignorant that he is walking straight into a snare. The night is long and the trap is set. As the traitor vanishes into the darkness, he thinks he has succeeded, but Henry watches from his tent, ready to strike. The stage is set for a brutal, bloody conflict to reclaim the crown.